Hey guys, welcome on yet again to another highlight sweep. I'm Mr. Lucky Luke, and today's one we got ourselves an Iron Tread sweep. Now, if you haven't seen the Great Tusk sweep, I recommend you probably do that. It'll be really appreciated if you want to watch that one. It was really good, and I got even a salty rage quit on top of it, and it was just amazing. So now this sweep was a really interesting one, and I was really was willing for working for the set because it was a kind of like Iron Tread. It's a kind of an interesting Pokemon, but it's not as good as against the Great Tusk. So let me explain. So first of all, if you haven't seen the last sweep, with which we did the Iron Juggle sweep, I explained it was really interesting, and I wanted to try this one out. Now look at the stats on the Iron Treads. It's a really interesting one. It's compared to the Great Tusk. I mean, look at the comparison of the stat. Like these two are like, I mean, they're all right. I mean, let's look at the comparison. I mean, Iron Treads looks more of a tanky set, while Great Tusk is more of a attacking set. So, I mean, like the HP on the, I mean, look at this. I mean, the physical. I mean, obviously the physical to defense and HP is a lot more lowered, but the HP on the this one is a lot more higher. The special attack is a more special attack and special defense is more greater, on top of its speed, but the others are bad. So honestly, I think Great Tusk is a lot more better than Iron Treads. It's just the fact that that's a little more better than off it. So yeah. Now, obviously it has, let's see here. So let's see, it gets 120 for the defense, which is pretty good for the defensively sets. 112 for a attack, reasonably pretty good on the 106 on the speed. Then it gets like averagely on the 90 on the HP, and then the other two doesn't really matter. It's 72 on the special attack and 70 for special defense. Now, let's look at this Pokemon. So this Pokemon is really interesting. It's not exactly the most experienced ball. Thanks for the follow. You're just in time for a Pokemon Showdown sweep. You got to be in this one live. Make sure you just be a PG. But yeah. Now look at the comparison on the set. I mean, it gets a really cool move pull in it. Has I mean, being a ground steel type is pretty averagely pretty nice. But it gets a lot more weakness on top of it. So I came up with looking on the stats and looking on the move pull. He doesn't really get the most amazing move pull. I mean, he gets body press and iron defense. I was thinking of running a body press set, but that would be kind of a difficult way to do it because, you know, it's not exactly the most bulkiest thing in the game. I mean, this has a pretty good defense and stuff, but it's not the most amazing one. So I came up with a little bit more of a challenge going on, and I wanted to try a rollout strategy. Now, if you don't know what rollout does, basically the power doubles with each hit, repeats for 5 turns. So I came up with this amazing rollout strategy, and I wanted to try a rollout Iron Tread sweep. Just reminds everyone about Downfan. So that's why I wanted to try a more of a fun and enjoyable set. Now, because it has a 90 accuracy, it just can't get we can't rely on the 10%. I mean, we have to make sure we don't rely on the 10% miss. That's all I had to do, because I was gonna think about doing a set with using you get rid of the 10% accuracy, but for this sweep I wanted to try this more of a enjoyable and just more of a just all the way through, and I came up with this cool set, and I hope you guys are gonna enjoy this one. Now, similar to the last set, the last sweep, we just went straight off the bat. You're probably wondering why there's obviously a little bit Drifblim in my team, because I was actually doing an Iron the Famby Evolution form line, and that's where the point, like, I think I was actually doing another Pokemon. I actually got another I was actually gonna show you people another battle, but the video got removed for no reason, and I don't know where it goes. So unfortunately, we only got to show you people one battle. But I'm actually going to be showing you people a move pool guide, how to run the Iron Treads in case you're going to be running one. So yeah. Now this battle went straight out the bat. There won't be much to talk about. You can just have to sit back, relax, and watch this amazing set happen. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And enjoy the amazing Iron Juggles getting its own sweep. And yeah. Enjoy the amazing Iron Tread. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoy the Iron Tread set. Man, that was really crazy. So, let me explain how this amazing Iron Tread set, and hope you enjoy this one. So, now let's explain. So, you're probably wondering why was I running Defense Curl. So, if you use Defense Curl on a rollout, it's surprisingly, if you don't know mechanic about it, if you use Defense Curl, it actually will boost the rollout on top of it. So basically, it'll boost the rollout's move pool when the next time you use it. So like, let's say if I use rollout right now, it would just get basically just a regular base power of 30. But if I use a defense curl, it'll actually, I don't know how much percentage it will increase, but I'm pretty sure will double, or like give you like a slight bit of a attack or the attack boost on the rollout, which made it a lot more easier for it to sweep. Now I actually had also substitute for me to just sub myself and get myself a defense curl. So I mean I could just go straight off the bat and go defense curl and go just roll out for the opponents. Like I wasn't sure like what exactly we're doing. I mean I'm pretty sure they weren't sure what exactly I was running. I mean I had compared to like most of the physical sets, it gets earthquake, body press. I mean it gets heavy slam. It gets even cool moves like rock slide and stuff. But I was running obviously the rollout strategy, so it was a very low base power, but I just couldn't just handle it. So lucky for me is that when what's it called, the Qinglu, I'm pretty sure that's what's it called, was in the battle. Let me actually go ahead and show. Yeah, right here. When the Qinglu was setting up a bunch of Nazi plot, I'm pretty sure the opponent wasn't sure like what they were doing. Like they weren't sure like what the set that we're doing, and okay, they're gonna use a substitute, they're gonna use a defense curl. Is it gonna be a stalling set? Nope. It is gonna be a sweeping set. So I think that like here's the thing, people, because like when I was actually using the minimizing drift bloom, obviously you're probably thinking, well, okay, hold on, how can that like what exactly is the reason for it to use? I mean, okay, also this one's Stitcher's Berry, okay, it's the different set, okay, but yeah, so you're probably wondering, well, that wouldn't be really much fair if I had minimized on a sweeping set on the Iron Treads. Like, wouldn't that really count? Actually, it didn't matter because surprisingly, the opponent still hit me even with that minimize. So it kind of was just there for just a sacrifice. It wasn't even there for like it was just even there, literally, just like I wasn't even here, just do the P sign. But yeah, but yeah. So surprisingly, Iron Treads is a lot more faster than the Qingyu or the or actually, it's a lot more faster than the Chiyu, actually, surprisingly. So I was actually able to outspeed the Chiyu with the booster energy, because if you don't know, like I said, if you remember when I did the Iron Tread sweep, I actually just told you people how I was able to run the booster energy, if you haven't seen that one. But basically what I did is run most likely the maximize on the base highest attack, or the highest stats I gave it, which was Jolly. I gave it max speed with Jolly Nature. Give it a 342 on the speed, making this thing literally outspeed everything. So yeah, I run this one as a more of a tanky, speedy set with 60 on the physical attack and 196 for defense, making this thing at least has a solid attack, but has more defense because I want to run I wanted to run the defense curl strategy, makes it a more of a physical defensive set. Now, question before you ask, why did I just run max attack and max speed on set? I don't know. What happens if I did? So, if I happen to run a max attack, max speed set, it would have actually blocked more better if I would have done that, but the chances of me to land the rollout is obviously 90% accuracy. So if I run 90 on the accuracy on this thing, I mean it would have done a lot more damage. But if I do a miss, the opponent can hit me a lot differently. I mean, they could have gone for straight to the special attacking hitting on my special defense stat, which is basically my lowest option. And if I get hit by a special defense, we're pretty much screwed. So yeah, I had to rely on the physical defense, and I just forgot which one was it before. So okay, I actually forgot which one was which one. All right, great. Oh wait, I could just borrow from this one. Actually, hold on, I could just do this. Hold on. There it goes, and bam. All right, hold on. There we go. So pretty much, I just set up my Drift Limb, who wasn't really going to be using any purpose of the sweep. I mean, he didn't have bird anything, just one minimize and one bud top bust. I mean, it wasn't really anything differently. And here's the thing, because If I want to run something more physical set, I would have obviously used boosted energy, earthquake, body press, maybe like max attack, max catapult, solid physical defense, and a lot more speed. Maybe have it like ice spinner, ice fang, and then maybe like a huge power like something like wild charge or something random. I just in case if there's a lot of water type Pokemon comes in, I don't know. And that's the strategy. So now because this week was a little more more easier than most, I mean it wasn't more fairly, but I wanted to. I mean, it was just attempted if I want to get the Iron Tread sweep, which I did, and that's how it is. So because obviously Iron Treads has a lot more different move pool in it, I'm gonna also be showing you people how to run. I'm gonna be giving you a move pool guide how to run this Iron Tread set. So first of all, I obviously showed you people how to run this one. Obviously making this I was running to show you the Iron Content set, which was the name of it. Now let me show you the other moves. So let's give this let's give it a go with the body press set. So obviously this set is a lot more interesting. So what I would give this one is a body press iron defense set with a rest and rapid spin set. And you can see what I'm going with this one. So pretty much use iron defense, rapid spin to give yourself a little bit of an extra, remove the hazards and give you a +1 on the speed, giving you a little bit solid on the speed side. And as long as you have the speed opportunity, you can use body press, and with iron defense and body press strategy, it surely will do a lot of damage. Now, I give this one also Terra Ghost in case there's a fighting type wants to just spam it. There's like, I mean, you can definitely tell. I mean, there's a lot of opponent who wants to spam use their one type of move, and like weakness and stuff like fighting for the steel type. I mean, water for ground type. Understand what I mean. So I decided to run for each and individual one for a specific Terra for their usual. So if you want to run, obviously, if you want to run more of a base around attack, you can remove Terra Ghost to fighting, but you have to rely on ignoring the you have to try to avoid the the super effective versions. So I mean, fighting is solid. I mean, fighting is it's neutral, so it's not exactly gonna be like a resistant type. So their hit's fine. So you could do that, but you're gonna have to make sure be careful about some other things. Like first of all, this set is actually countered by ghost types, so you're gonna have to be careful about that. And there was no other moves than that. I mean, this build actually is based around just using the body press set, so you can't really have any counter against the against the ghost type. So you can definitely replace a rapid spin to something else, like you can replace it with knockoff, but you won't get the extra speed on it because this is a sweeping body press set, and you could run obviously a more of a defensively tanky set. You can remove the rapid spin and replace it for who should we give it? Like, I mean, you can run like Sandstorm for entry hat. I mean, maybe just more of a supporter set, or you can run. You could run knockoff, but it's not going to do as much. You could run Heavy Slam. I mean, Heavy Slam could be more. I mean, the more heavy you are, the better, the more damage. You could definitely run Heavy Slam. That could be a move you can replace it. Plus, it gets you stab on the part ground and steel. Anything else really wasn't really any interesting about this Iron Tread set. And I was also given this Chesterberry for a rest in case you want to do it. But if you want to run this set, that's only option to you. I'm just giving you a heads up that this is how I can find a way to use a Iron Tread set. And if you want to run a different body press set, you can make your own decision and make something more unique. Now let's go for the next one. Now this is the next set. Now this is a terrain sweeper set, and this is one of the sets I could have definitely used on the sweep. Now the only problem with this set is that obviously, I mean, it has a great solid defense, a solid HP. The only issue with this sweeping set is that you cannot. It's not really like it's pretty solidly good on the Pokemon. I mean, it has a terrain extender, so with the electric terrain, which can boost your quirk drive, give you a lot more speed, which is pretty good actually. I can definitely tell you people that's actually a lot more better to run that one. The only problem though is that, well, you know that it doesn't have the most amazing special defense, so you're gonna have to like run like a memento set or something with like like something with the hazards like Stealth Rock and stuff. In case you want to run something with more of a like a sweeping terrain set, you can definitely try this out if you want to do it. Be careful about the electric terrain because it will wear off and it will actually go off in the next 5 turns. So you might want to run a like in a extreme like a terrain extender. You can definitely run a terrain extender. Maybe you can remove weakness policy for this one, but that means you can't really. That means it can't get any more attacking boost. So like you have everything set to go. You have a terrain extender, or you use electric terrain and put up an entire electric terrain. You know, it will be really good good because you know your Quark Drive will activate, but then your attacks is only the problem because you know you're only going to be relying on your 323 base attack with max attack on this thing, which is why I run Jolly. And that's the only thing, because I mean, even with the electric terrain with Quark Drive, it's a pretty solid fast Pokemon. It's really fast actually, kind of, but not as fast as the Miraidon and like I'm pretty sure Screamtail. Oh, not Screamtail. The Fluttermane is gonna probably outspeed the Iron Treads most likely, and yeah, I can't say anything about that. So yeah, this is exactly what I run. So max attack, max speed with Jolly Nature, 4 for HP. Weakness policy is the item. We got Knockoff, Earthquake, Smart Strike for, you know, Pokemon who want to use like Evasion, like Minimize, you know. That could be another one. And that's really it. So it just really it's a solid, good sweeping set. I give this one also a Terra Flying for immunity for like ground type Pokemon in case, in case there's an opponent who wants to use like Earthquake and stuff like that. I mean, it is a little bit of an issue because like in order to activate weakness policy, you have to get hit by a super effective move, but you have to make sure you get hit by a specific move. So like, you can't get hit by let's say a Choice Spect, Hydro Pump, or something like that from a massive special attacking Pokemon. I mean, a Quackquavel, I mean, it will be it's a solid Pokemon. I'm pretty sure it would have been. I mean, I'm not saying it's gonna be a guaranteed Pokemon. I mean, most people run Aqua Step anyway, so what are the odds to run a special set? Like me, but that's exactly so I would say. So you can actually have to be careful about which Pokemon is going to be attacking with you with the weakness policy, and if the opponent is going to be using the spammable spamming ground type moves on you, you have the Terra Flying, so you can just try a way to actually use your electric terrain as strategy, and then you can just make your other Donphan or just any electric terrain or electric terrain Quark Drive ability Pokemon and just try to outspeed it if they obviously run the max speed set. And that's pretty much it for the terrain sweeper. And yeah, it really is a speedy one, but not the most amazing Pokemon. I can preferably go with the strategy. So let's go for the next one. Now this is the next Iron Treads, and this is a supporters Iron Tread set. I run this one in more of a just for a supporter set. You can have this one Stealth Rock, Rapid Spin, Mud Slap, and Sandstorm for your entire team. The Terra is the ground type for just there. It's not really having any issue with using. I mean, it's not gonna be any like sweeping set anyway, so you could just run the Terra ground for being immune to your Sandstorm and get some sort of stab move with Mud Slap, and that's really it. So this set is just more of a support set. You have Leftovers as the item. You have gonna give yourself a solid good stats on it. I gave this one the max defense, Careful Nature with 76 on the special defense, and 184 HP, making this give this a solid bulk. I mean, it's gonna have to withstand one attack from something, unless it's a critting set then. Yeah, bye-bye. And that's really it. So you can use Stealth Rock to set up a hazard, Rapid Spin if the opponent does it to you. You can set up Mud Slap and Sandstorm for just a coverage. Sandstorm for, in case there's like a... Let's just give it a random example. If there is a chance that... I mean, then again, let me just say it out of the way. I mean, what are the odds for Pokemon or Scarlet Violet adding a Shedinja? Let's go with that, for example. They're gonna go down for one hit unless they have safety goggles. Which, what are the odds for that? Now, another thing I would say is that, I mean, Sandstorm is also good for if there is a Pokemon who is level 1. We all know what level 1s does. They use Pain Split, Endure, Recycle, and that's it. Really, much likely, that's pretty much it. So, that's why I decided to run. You can run like a Sandstorm for just a little bit of a coverage, and Mudslap to drop your opponent's accuracy. You know, to just make sure they don't get any ideas to get into the field and swap it in, just try to sweep you or something like that. You need to drop the opponent's accuracy somehow, and that's why I decided this Iron Tread could be a more support set. And that's really it. So nothing really interesting about this. I mean, if you really want to run Iron Tread like a support set, this is how you can run this as a a supporter set. And really it. Now my next set is probably everyone's favorite. Everyone definitely want to go for this set, and this is going to be the best set that people are going to probably run. And it is a choice spec set. Now this is a choice spec as choice spec setup. So this is a max speed, max special attack with modest nature. We have choice spec, like I said that. And we have Earth Power, Steel Beam, Terra Blast, and Hyper Beam set. Quark Drive as an ability. Not sure if it will be useful, but that's that. Now this is obviously you can have use your choice spec set, and obviously since it's a choice spec, I mean it gets like here's a strange enough. I mean choice spec it's pretty fine, but whether it's special set it's pretty fine, but this move pool it's just a complicated way. It's not really good. I mean, like let's look at the special attack. Let's look at this. So special attack on this set, it gets Earth Power, Flash Cannon, Steel Beam, Terra Blast, Thunder, Volt Switch, Electro Ball, Hyper Beam, Mud Shot, and Mud Slap. That's really all it gets. Nothing actually else. Like it's just that it's that complicated. So I give this up power for a stab, as well as Steel Beam. We give this one Hyper Beam for its most likely gets the most highest damage roll. And wait, I forgot this was the wrong one. This is how it works. So yeah, Terra Blast for turn myself into a Terra type. I was thinking of well, let's turn ourselves into a Water type if there's a Fire type comes in. I mean fairly we have Fire types can come up here and try to attack us with the the Steel type. But since we're Ground type as well, we do able to withstand that. You could definitely change it to something else against that thing, but it's only if you really, really want to do it. I mean, like, it's not the most amazing set, but just in case if people want to run this type of set, here you go. There's your amazing Modest Nature special attacking set. So you could definitely feel like to run one of those in your own, but it's not exactly the most amazing set, but I like it. I mean, it's getting a little more challenging. That's why I run. Obviously, you saw in the sweep when I showed you the special choice spec, the Dawn Fan set, and I'm not sure if I will make a Dawn Fan sweep originally, but I don't know. But either way, that's just how it set goes. I mean, Earth Power is probably the strongest. It's the strongest ground type it gets. We got Steel Beam, it's the strongest one. You can actually replace it with Flash Cannon. Definitely replace it with Flash Cannon, which is make it more, a lot more safer than, using, rather than losing your 50%, your maximum HP, which is why you're probably going to run like Stitch Berry or something like that. You can definitely have that one equipped. But if you don't, then Choice Spec this goes in, and you're going to probably go down for the next 2 turns. So, yeah. But that's pretty much it, really. I mean, that's all I can say from this choice spec set. It's just not exactly the most amazing one, but just for the memes, you got yourself a deal. So yeah, the next set I gave, it was the most complicated set that I could think about, and I was honestly I could not make better sets than this. So this is the best, the most complicated set that I could really put up a way, or at least have a solid way to do. So this is a terrains roller set, basically it calls it. Now there's a Focus Sash set, and we got Electric Terrain, Steel Roller, Endeavor, and Rock Slide set. We got Jolly Nature with max attack, 188 for speed, and 68 for HP. Sorry, people, 69 couldn't make it today. But yeah, so we can run this a Terra. Actually, we couldn't actually remove the Terra ground actually if you want to really do this. But yeah, so you can have this one as a Terra Steel. You can definitely run Terra Steel. Remove that one. You can replace that one. Sorry, but then again, you can also rely on anything. So this is a electric terrain extender setup with Steel Roller, Endeavor, and Rock Slide. So this set is basically use electric terrain to basically boost your speed by like pretty much like with 1.5 or 1.3 out of your speed. And in case you can't really hurt your opponent, let's say like this. So you have versus against a fire and a ground type. Let's say like one of those types. You just brought the opponent brought you to 1 HP. You can't really do anything, so you could actually use Steel Roller if you want to do a lot of damage, but the terrain extender will wear off, so you can have Endeavor to put your opponent to 1 HP and then bring the next Pokemon in, so you can you can decide to try to run something neat with it. Now, also I have Rock Slide for a coverage move if you really want to run something like that. You can move it to Stone Edge. Maybe you can run more if you want to run more of a base attack instead. It has, unfortunately, the 80 accuracy percentage, but it gets a high critical rate. So that's a pretty nice way to, if you want to remove it. But you're going to have to rely on that 20% miss. So, yeah. But that's really for this set. And I'm making sure that these sets also are not like too complicated and too overpowered. Like I want to run these like sets or at least I want to make these sets like pretty common, not the most like complicated way to run this. And this is the best way I could have run this one. Unfortunately, I'm not exactly a moves pool guide really. I mean, if you guys want me to make more move pool guides and stuff, go ahead and tell me. Maybe I can make some in the my next channel, which I already posted on my Twitch channel, so you can probably go there and give it a sub, please. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for the full explanation of the move pool guide of Iron Treads and how I could run, or how you could run this Pokemon. So it's really pretty okay, not extremely the best Pokemon in the game, but it's a solid one. So definitely give it a go if you want to run this on your team, maybe, I don't know. But this is how I could run if you want to. This is how I would run if I would run this on my team. Or if you want to try your set, you can go ahead and try it yourself. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the entire Iron Treads build and move pool guide, and top of it, the sweep. And I'll see you guys and girls on the next one. We will probably put up one more Pokemon sweep, and that one is going to be kind of interesting. See you guys and girls then, and as always, stay lucky out there.